playoff position who are on a bye this week.
We talked about Washington. Remember they traded before the deadline for Marshon Lattimore? Mm-hmm. All this momentum, they're winning games, they were in first place at the time, and since then they've hit a bit of a rough patch, though the Commanders were able to come through with a big win this past week against the Titans, which is exactly the way you want to head into the bye. But here's a little headline. When they get back from their bye after this week, it sounds like Marshon Lattimore is going to make his Commanders debut in the first game back for Washington. You saw that they released Emmanuel Forbes, their first-round draft pick, former first-round draft pick who was claimed on waivers by the Los Angeles Rams. I think part of the reason they released him is they knew that they had Lattimore coming back after the bye, and it looks like he is tracking to play his first game for the Commanders, which will be, 6 weeks after the trade deadline or 5 weeks after the trade deadline? We've been waiting for Marshon Lattimore to make his debut, and this will be a little jolt in the arm for Washington, coming off its bye, getting its Pro Bowl cornerback back. And by the way, when they do bring back Lattimore for his first game as a Commander next week, guess where that game will be?
Where's that?
In New Orleans against his former team. What better way than to bring back Marshon Lattimore for his first game as a Commander in New Orleans against the Saints?
What's going on, Washington Commander fans? It's your boy back with another video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, hit that bell. More content's definitely on the way. Man, I can't wait to see Marshon Lattimore in a Washington Commander uniform. When we first got Marshon, a lot of people wanted him to play, as soon as he got there. But, his hammy was tweaked, and he's just getting to a new place. And I think, it's some validity to the hamstring injury, but I don't think it was as serious as they were saying it was. I'm not saying that it wasn't there. I'm not saying that I have some type of source that says that he wasn't, but I think it was a combination of the injury and a pseudo mini camp for Marshon to get adapted to the way that Dan Quinn and Joe Witt does things. That's what I believe in my heart of hearts. And now he's going to make his debut against his old team, the Saints, in a couple of weeks. He'll be completely healthy. And what he brings to the table is a number one cornerback. That's what he brings to the table. You don't have to worry about Benjamin St. Juste guarding A.J. Brown. You're not going to have to worry about Benjamin St. Juste guarding Mike Evans. You're not going to have to worry about that. We're going to put Marshon on those two. And I'm just using those two as an example, even though we got Philly in a couple of weeks. And I'm not going to lie to you, I can't wait to see that matchup. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see Marshon in 2 weeks. I kind of wish we didn't have a bye this week so we can get it over with so we can see him. But good things come to those who wait. And we've been waiting patiently. And now we get a chance to see. We already know what he's about. We already know how he plays the game, how he prepares for the game. And we know he's a dog. Marshon Lattimore is a dog. And you put him beside Mikey Stannerstill, who's a dog. Frankie Louvu, a dog. Bobby Wagner, even though he's an old dog, still a dog. Chin, dog. The defense, the way the defense is improving right now without Lattimore, it's going to be something to see with Lattimore, especially if they gel quick. If they gel quick, we getting the pressure, we playing the way we playing, and then Marshon adds what Marshon does to the mix. The defense can be dangerous this last stretch. And we in a 2-game fight right now. We need 2 of these games. We literally need 2 of these games to get in. We got 8 wins. I'm looking at the Saints, Dallas, and Atlanta as really 3 wins. But we already see what Dallas did to us. So anytime you playing division games, you got to watch out. And New Orleans, you just never know what New Orleans team might show up, even though they're not that good. But I don't want to sleep on them either. And then what it does for the future for this team is even better, because now when you go into the draft next year and you could check off boxes of things that we need, we need another wide receiver. We need another pass rusher. I don't know if we're satisfied with the young boy at left tackle, even though I like him at left tackle, and I think he's going to get better and might even be our starting left tackle next year. We might need a right tackle, who knows? But that's one thing you could check off the box, that we don't have to go corner as high. That can make that first round pick a luxury pick. And I know Adam Peters, he's going to get to work like he always does. But I'm not even thinking about next year. My fault. I went a little too far ahead. But I'm just giving you an idea of what Marshon Lattimore brings to the table on a complete stage. Like, we got a cornerback 1. When's the last time we had a legitimate cornerback 1? Kendall Fuller? Josh Norman? No slight to them. By the time we got Josh Norman, he was still good. He was still physical. He was still creating turnovers. He actually was a number 1 corner. But to me, the last time we had a legitimate number 1 corner was Champ Bailey. And I'm not saying he's a Champ Bailey, but he's really good.